Yeah. I'm from Baltimore, you say you was, I never see you. What part you on? I got some family on the Alameda. I love my city, that's about me, and I bet they know me. My name good in any hood, I hung around Savannah. I got a picture live on Atwood since she love them killers. When I re-up, I hit my partner, them a garden village. My uncle Jimmy round the corner on the avenue. You ball the block and that's the type of shit I never do. I'm from the east side, you know what kind of shit I'm on. But I be everywhere, I slow and wood along. I know some down the hill that got it for the low. I live in Bred City.
Y'all could have been calling 911.
You want to get the camera?
Yes.
You got it. It's not showing. How y'all doing? How you doing? It's showing you. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Excuse us. Y'all let us know we ain't had no audio earlier. So we fixed it. Can you turn it down, please, sir? Our studio audience. Welcome to the 3/3 podcast. We're going to put it in reverse. We're going to try this again.
Live, baby.
I know. That's how the live works sometimes.
Anything happen.
It sure can. It just did. Matter of fact, you know? So, welcome to the 3/3 where we discuss cigars, sounds, and spirits. I am Z, the first third owner of Zephoria, Queen of Boutiques, Prime Draw Cigars. Across from me, I have Nate.
I'm the third one that used to call Nasty Nate. I'm retired.
Yeah, right. We already said that when we ain't had no sound. And I'm going to tell you what, our second, third, Darrell, Mr. Brownleaf Cigar himself cannot be with us this week. He is out, but he is with us in spirits, and I'm sure will be there with y'all on the live. And we have some very special guests today. Charles and Adia Pratt, our fellow family of the league, our Baltimorean, and our, I ain't going to use the word I used, our import. I said transplant. He said that's too close. Our import. Our Baltimore import. Today we are going to be talking about what it means to be Baltimore bred. Bred. I mean, from the dirt bred up. We're going to talk about that. Of course, we're going to talk about our cigar, our sounds, and our spirits. The cigar we're going to be talking about today is the El Pulpo by Artisano del Tobacco. It is a collaboration between the two Faki brothers. I don't want to pronounce that inappropriately. The two Faki brothers, and who own Artisano del Tobacco, which means the craftsman of tobacco, and AJ Fernandez, the man himself, who we know everything he touches is cigar. And what's our bottle for today, Nate?
We got Travelers from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. It's 90 proof. Should get a lot of hints of vanilla. Should be full of flavor. We're going to see if it travels.
All right. And our song for today, like Baltimore does it, you know we had to pick a Baltimore artist. So we have Tate Cobain's Bankrolls remix, which we are going to talk about today as well. So you see, we done poured our little swig at the Travelers.
Yeah, it is. I got your name is Country Dude.
It's a Clayton. He collaborated with Buffalo Trace Distillery to do this Travelers. I'm telling you, there's some pretty color to it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. We have poured it. We're allowing it to breathe. Y'all want to spark? I see they already sparked up their leg or their culebra. On the El Popo today, we're not just going to smoke the Robusto. They're all coming box press, so you know, which Prime did carry them. This is not a new out the gate 2024 cigar. Chris Stapleton, that's who it is. Chris Stapleton. So this is not
I
new.
don't know who he is.
Why you don't know who Chris Stapleton is?
Dang, I don't listen to that shit. What do
I love country.
You don't listen to
Is
I
he
love
country?
country too, right?
He is a country artist, but he has some good.
Yeah, he's very soulful.
Very good.
Hey, step up your game. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Keep in mind we have a live studio audience. Our live studio audience will chime in. That's the beautiful thing about being live, and we love it. We are gonna smoke this, and I'm gonna tell you what. We did it in a culebra today. And for people who don't know what a culebra is, you'll see here it's a trio of cigars, more than likely a Lancero, and they are bound together. You can smoke them all at the same time. I wouldn't necessarily tell you to do that unless you want to die. I mean, you can.
That looks way too dangerous.
I mean, if it's a little bit of a lighter cigar, then I would say do that. This cigar is not a light cigar. This is full body, right? Full of flavor, full strength. This is what the profile says, full strength, right? This is a San Andreas, a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, Maduro wrapper, with a Nicaraguan binder and a Nicaraguan filler. It has a lot of bite to it, like most Nicaraguans do. You're going to get some earthy notes. You're going to get some woody notes. You're going to get some cacao notes on the retro. We're going to talk about that because I don't want to give anybody any preconceived notion before smoking it. You see I have 2 legs left. One of them is for our inadvertent fourth third over there. And we told Rel we'll save him the last. Yes. So everybody has cut it. And I'm going to tell you what. I love a good Lancero. When you get into small gauge cigars, you're really going to get the flavor because you can really taste the wrapper as well as the binder. You don't have breadcrumbs in your crab cake, like I like to say. When you get to that 770, that 880, you start getting a lot of, filler, and you really can't taste the cigar as well as you would like to. Now, while we're on the subject of Baltimore Bred, right? The cigar being one thing, that they were bred into this industry. They went 23 years. They owned 2 shops. They ended up selling them. They became Casa de Monte Cristo, the 2 brothers, Billy and Gus, the key, right? And along the way, they met Adia Fernandez. And they fell in love with San Lantano cigar, which I love too. I know you like it too. So they really wanted to do a cigar. So this is not their first outing. Their first outing is actually Viva La Vida. And everybody, when you talk to them, thinks Viva La Vida is AJ Fernandez's cigar, right? Because it actually comes through the AJ factory, but it's actually an Artesano del Tobacco collaboration with AJ Fernandez, same as this. So if you've had Viva La Vida and you smoke the El Pulpo, which means the octopus, then, kind of give us your feedback on how you think this was supposed to be a bolder option, actually. And to me, I've smoked it before. It's a little bit of a creeper. If you have it, then you definitely should smoke it, right? So our song, Take Cobain's Bankrolls, came from a previous song, right? He's Baltimore bred. He ended up leaving Baltimore and went upstate, right? I think he went to Pennsylvania, right? Pennsylvania, I'm going to check that. But he went upstate, right? And he ended up going to high school upstate. He had 8 brothers and sisters. When he got up there, he ended up dropping out of high school to pursue music. But then his parents ended up passing within months of each other. And he ended up having to take care of all of the siblings at 21. So he really dug into his music because now you got to be able to feed, 8 siblings. Yeah. And the song Bankrolls Remix came from, it was Tim Tree's Bankrolls was the original setting, the original song that was used, which Tim Tree sold over 300,000 copies in one format or another because it was really, really big. But Take Cobain ended up was dropping that as like a little 90-second release. It was only supposed to be a 90-second release for his mixtape, like a little buzz thing. And it ended up just taking off and being all of that, right? So let's hear the original. Tim Trees, Bankrolls.
You getting half of my dough, you ain't though. I got a Benz, so old you can't roll. Can I pay your bills? Hell no. More paper, more cheese, more dough, bankrolls. You think you getting half of my dough, you ain't though. I got a Benz, so old you can't roll. Can I pay your bills? Hell no. More paper, more cheese, more dough. Chodi negro. Yes, we ain't here. No more playing the bread. Shining, platinum piece covered with diamonds. Eclipse down. Don't look at me, bitch. I'm blinded. Peep this. What you making to get on my wrist?
All right,
studio down when I.
So y'all remember that song? That song went hard.
That song was a banger for real.
Oh my gosh, it went hard. Look, and speaking of two steps.
You know I got the best two steps.
Oh, when your rhythm is right.
Okay,
rhythm is right.
It's only when he been drinking.
He got the best two steps.
Oh, you got the best two.
Okay.
Well, we about to see, right? We about to see because
Let's
they
take it
about to
back.
give us some two step.
No.
Hit us with the Bankrolls remix, right? We're gonna do the Bankrolls remix by Tate Cobain, and then we're gonna see how it go. You know, you gonna two step today, buddy. You got some Traveler.
Your knees is loose. Go on.
He was two stepping on the pier last night. Go ahead and give it to us, Asia. Come on, Nate. Go and get up, loosen up your limb.
Bitch, I'm from Baltimore, you see you was
Come on, hey, Walter. Hey, that's okay.
Shit I never do. I'm from the east side, you know what kind of shit I'm on. I know some niggas down there really got the foot low. I live in Bred City, nigga, you already know. And I don't go nowhere unless a nigga strapped up. And if you fucking around, you strap up. Talking shit to get you and your niggas clapped up. We with the shit, you pussy niggas better not act up. My nigga pistol people going out in the street.
I'm gonna tell y'all what Nate just said. Oh. What'd you say? Go ahead.
You saying that Tennessee whiskey song?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Yes, sir. Yes, he sings Tennessee
You already
whiskey.
got me smoking a cigar that look like a spinal cord with scoliosis. You gonna see what he does.
I can't with
You
him.
gonna see how it works.
I can't with him.
Retrohead.
So,
need a brace.
And the album was called Traveler.
yeah, the album was called Traveler. The Tennessee whiskey was on. There you go. Thank you, our studio audience. I'm gonna tell you what, right? So, y'all know once we get first, second, third, we're gonna talk about it. But let's talk about our newlyweds. Yes. So, for those who don't know, y'all are newly married. How many months?
10 months.
Oh, she got man.
Okay. I'm counting.
That was fast.
Yeah, you were supposed to spit it out.
I was ready for it, but then she got it out before I even said something.
Man.
All right.
And must I say that this haircut over here is fresh to death? Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's sharp.
I'm
Look at the
Chrissy, man.
Look, I'm got the 365 and I'm maybe go home and actually call my hair. They are newly married 10 months. A lot of people got to witness this.
Yes.
This was so wonderful. So first, give us your background. What's your background professionally?
Oh, wow. You want to go first?
So I'm a lead phlebotomist and an IV tech. I've been doing phlebotomy and IV therapy for next year will be 20 years.
Whoa, okay.
20 years.
I just need you to draw my blood because they be jacking my stuff up.
Listen, come see me. I got you.
Okay. All right, and Charles.
I've been in the healthcare administration field for about 10 years. I am now an executive assistant for 3 of the directors at one of Baltimore's major hospitals.
Wow.
And
That was awesome.
That is wonderful. And I
need a break.
That's what's
okay.
I need a break. No, ain't no too
Nah, you paying bills around here. Ain't no breaks.
Clone me,
Look.
nigga. Like,
Look, I'm going to tell you what. And I hear you have multiple podcasts.
I do. I have 2 podcasts. Both are going right now. The first one is Dating University. Find us on all socials. Buy merch. say I already got this is not your hoodie. Jamal the Creative, I'm coming for you. I want my money because that's a whole nother thing.
This is not your hoodie.
No, because somebody else created another hoodie and it said not your hoodie, and I'm like,
I know you like, no, this ain't your hoodie.
This ain't bro. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. My second one, the new episode is out right now, episode 5. It's called the Husband's Lounge Podcast. I'm co-hosting with my guy Anthony Johnston.
Yeah.
Listen, we doing it real big, man. It's something awesome.
So what can you look forward to on Dating University that you won't get on the Husband's Lounge? Like, how are they different?
That's a damn good question. All right, so on Dating University, me and my co-host Brittany Beverly, we talk about all things dating and relationships. We have a gambit of relationship topics that we talk about. Everything from first dates all the way to divorce, and even our last episode we had a widower on. Are you professional on first dates? You dig it, man. Listen,
Lord have mercy.
it takes. Listen, that's the only way you can get to where you get to. Feel me?
He ain't trying to get nowhere.
I know he ain't trying to get nowhere. But yeah. So yeah, with Dating University is kind of all encompassing. We deal with topics that are relevant that have been popping up all over social media. So yeah, and it's just we are as fun as we are responsible. So we have fun, but we also have very deep and very engaging conversations. The conversations for Dating University is different than what you've seen on these other podcasts. So on there, we are working on bridging the gap between men and women, men and men, and women, depending on, your orientation. It doesn't matter. But yeah, while all these other podcasts are about divisiveness and everybody fighting from their corner, Dating University is about bridging the gap.
Okay, wait a minute, let's go back. What was that word?
Here we go.
Oh, because y'all know I like vocabulary. Words. Let's say that again.
I don't even know where
He said divisiveness.
Oh, divisiveness. Yes.
Oh, y'all wanted vocabulary word for today. Divisiveness.
Yes.
But pull out y'all pants. I like it, boy.
Yeah.
We together.
I'm here.
So is the Husband's Podcast, right? The Husband's Lounge. You support both of these podcasts. This is the Husband Lounge. It's not like a bashing. Y'all be bashing wives,
Not even.
You ain't having it.
Not even close.
I've been married before. You let me be on.
Oh Jesus! Nate gonna be on the Husband Lounge.
You put Nate on Dating University.
You got to come there first. You got to get your ratchet on first. Dating University is a little more ratchet. We can get funky on Dating University.
I'm just gonna tell you how I feel.
Oh my God!
So how you feel?
How you feeling right now?
About what?
Anything about dating? How do you feel right now about dating?
Okay.
Don't do that shit.
Don't do
that shit.
All right.
I'm gonna keep it 100 pleasure.
I don't want that page.
Audience. Fucking release. That's it. I put everybody on
Like we all late on the dick.
I caught it and I had to do
I know it was a little late. I had to reroll it.
No, we ain't say that. He ain't say that.
Disclaimer: the thoughts of Nasty Nate are not the thoughts of everyone else. Please do not, please do not take on the thoughts of a perfect gentleman that's the thoughts of the three participants.
Put everybody on the smash and dash package. You're going to have no trouble.
What kind of package?
The smash and dash.
Smash and dash.
Yeah, the smash and dash package.
It's so
Can you elaborate?
They sign up for the smash and dash package. Listen, this is the package you signed up for. You don't get PDA.
Mm-hmm.
okay. What's PDA? You got 5 people who don't
Public
know.
displays of affection. You don't get that. You don't get no PDA. You don't get unlimited phone calls. You can't call me all the fucking time. Ask me what I'm doing.
Niggas run out at 9. I got you.
What I'm doing. I ask you what you doing. You ask me what am I doing. Can't
I'm
ask me.
telling you, this is about to go left.
You know what I mean?
You started.
You know what?
What's
No, you asked the question.
I did. And
This is your fault.
And Nate was having a therapy session. So tell us about the husband's lounge.
Oh, what? Yeah, tell us the husband's lounge. What do y'all talk about in the husband's lounge?
The husband's lounge is different from dating university because we talk about the joys, the downs, the ups, and the challenges of being a husband and how to become a better husband.
Okay, I love that.
I ain't got no choice of being a husband. I need that shit.
This podcast is way different. It's definitely geared towards making sure that iron is sharpening iron.
Look, I really appreciate that because I'm gonna tell you what, men, especially black men, coming together to build and to be able to receive as well as give to one another is something that we lack in our community, and we need more of it because most things, when even though they're given in love, they're not received that way. And you know, I thank you so much, Asia. You know, we want to give a special nod to our studio audience and also to our inadvertent fourth third that's over here in the audience, but also our support Asia behind the scenes. She flashing cards over here and it is hilarious. Y'all just don't want to know.
Keep in line. Gotta keep it in line.
Yes. So we have our drink today. We started smoking our cigar, right? We're not fully through the first third, but let's put this traveler on our palate. Nate, give us a little, a little lace. We're going to nose this. Like we always say, we always drink our libations out of Glencairn glasses. It's the consummate tasting glass. It allows you to nose it, which is to put your nose into the glass so that you can smell the bouquet. The bouquet.
It smells a little sweet to me.
It does. It has a little sweetness, right?
It smells sweet.
Legs.
It got good legs.
It does. It has a beautiful color, although not deep amber.
Not deep amber, but the legs
I
are
see
good.
the thing.
The legs are good. They twerk.
They twerking?
Oh yeah, they
Okay.
walk.
You know what?
Do y'all teach people how to drink bourbon, or do y'all just?
Well, we like to drink it. If you ask Nate, he don't want to teach you nothing. He just want to drink it. We are new in this. So I actually signed up during the pre-pandemic for sommelier classes, and of course, and I did both because wine is different than spirits.
Correct.
So I had signed up for both, but of course, pandemic. They wanted you to kind of come pick up the kit, and I was like, no, I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I need to be in a room. I need to be in a room, taking in all the energy, and you know what I'm saying? Another vocabulary word, kinesthetic. If you ever wondering,
Chalkboard.
yes, you know what I'm talking about? We got stuff on the whiteboard.
You gotta put a whiteboard up there so you can know exactly what you're
But
talking
we're gonna have walls soon, so let's go ahead and put a whiteboard. For those who don't know, we are in the new Zephoria location. The walls are not closed because I have some upcoming inspections. And then we will be closing the walls. For the people know, we wanted to come in and do it in here so you can kind of see this progression, this new framing, and everything that's going on. It's so much more that you are not seeing within this picture frame, but just know it is coming soon. It is coming soon.
But y'all know, our second, third rail is on the podcast. He's commenting.
Yes, Ralph.
Where's the white diamonds?
Look, I'm gonna tell you what, we would love for y'all to share this. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. If you are watching us on Facebook, it only takes 1 second to hit that share button and share it to your page so that people on your page can also see it as well. Ralph, thank you for being on board with us. He said he loves the Pratts.
Love you too, bro.
Yes,
you too, bro.
Anthony Johnston, you can, if you ever want to be a studio audience.
We'll pull up, Rusty.
Yes, come and see us, message us. You can email us on any of our platforms at the 3 thirds, the word 3, the number 3, followed by RDS on all platforms to include YouTube. So we have had our drink, and I'm gonna tell you what, I feel like this, and me and Ron talked about this too. I'm gonna see how this pairs with the cigar because it is very smooth, albeit a little milder than I know what a Nicaraguan has a little bite, right? But I'm gonna tell you what, San Andres wrapper, the Mexican San Andres tends to be a little sweet, right? Has a little bit of sweetness to it. So we'll see how this pairs well together. Ma'am, if you want your cigar, we can make that happen. We're gonna get our person to come through. No, ma'am, come on. You was back there strutting. Y'all say hello to Asia.
Hey.
She is our support. And she took the bottle. Dang. Everybody in the audience is also drinking what we're drinking. So we're also going to get their feedback a little later as well and see how that fares on their palate.
Yeah.
Right? So Baltimore Bred.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So born in Baltimore, raised. What area?
So West Baltimore,
Born and raised.
that Elmont, North Avenue, Poplar Grove area, but because of school, Warwick Junction.
Woo, okay.
So I was always in that West Side area, but I was able to go different places. So I always say I'm good in any hood.
Okay.
So I'm over West, over East. I just can have a good time and be that person that can just kind of mesh wherever I go because I watch the vibe. Baltimore is just one of those places where there's just this common connection, whether it's music, whether it's just learning how to survive and just move differently. And Baltimore gives you this certain type of finesse and strength that carries you throughout your lifetime. So I love Baltimore. I mean, eventually I do want to go another place to retire, but Baltimore is just, it's an amazing city. Outside of the crime and all the other foolishness, Baltimore is just one of those places that you gotta dwell in. It gives you that street smart, that wit, and that confidence that you carry.
It does. Baltimore people have swag all day. They have swag. So what high school? Because Baltimore, we about the high school. What high school?
I went to Walbrook.
Okay,
class of 99.
What you say?
Class of 99.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's old as hell.
Everybody know what it is like.
Do you know how old we are?
Hurt that baby.
Somebody say, "Birth that baby, birth that baby."
Class 99.
So, Charles, you are an import.
Yeah.
A Baltimore import. So, where are you from, and when did you come to Baltimore?
I'm from everywhere. Like, honestly, my biological father was in the military. So we moved around quite a bit. We lived overseas. We lived here in the States. I was actually born in Texas. Didn't stay there too long, but I moved here. We moved here. Oh, good Lord. I want to say right before fifth grade, sixth grade. So I've been here before, moved back, came back to Baltimore. It was a lot. We moved around a lot. So yeah, I went to Chiquapin for my 7th and 8th grade year. And for high school, I went to the Northern High School.
Okay, non-existent
Vikings all day.
Okay.
Y'all ain't got
Hold on, I'll let you live.
y'all.
I'll let you live.
That's not even around no more.
I was about to say,
It's
don't
not
exist.
No, we were the last class.
Oh, dang. What year?
99.
Oh, little baby. What you say? Birth the baby.
Yeah.
Both 99. So, Nate,
Yes.
Baltimore Bred. I know he wasn't. That's why I said that. Nate, yeah, he is. So, Nate, you are also an import. I'm sorry. You're an import. You want to be a transplant?
You're a
Oh,
transplant.
relax. Relax.
You're an import.
Relax.
Only
Relax.
What high school was Philly?
Like, I know Nate not Baltimore Bred.
What high school was Philly?
Gretch.
All right. So, what year did you come down?
It's a complicated story.
Okay.
Here's the deal. No. Actually, Actually, my fucked up parents brought me down.
What the
Dang,
What
Nate.
kind of birds?
Fucked up. So
What's
this
it?
is what happened. This is what happened. My pop got a job.
Give us some volume, Nate. What you're saying they can.
My pop got a job at Bethlehem Steel.
Okay.
Working on it. So we came down, but every time these two niggas would break up, we would go back to Philly.
Okay.
So then,
that's
we'll get to missing my mother and come up there and get us
And y'all come back.
and bring us back. Shit work out for a little while. They break up, we go back to Philly.
Oh, dang.
So you was like a military.
Yeah, it was kind of that. Between Baltimore, we was 100 miles away.
Okay, so did you end up going to high school in Baltimore? I already know the answer to this. But did you end up going to high school in
I
Baltimore?
went to high school there, yes.
What high school you go to, Nate?
V, right. V.
Which one?
Why you acting like you don't want to say it, Nate? You better correct us.
With the Lakers.
No.
With the city.
No.
With the Poly.
No, I went to Milford.
You went to Milford Mill.
Wait,
Okay.
Baltimore.
Why?
What, sir?
You're a
Say that ain't Baltimore.
County.
You
You're a county boy.
Wait a minute.
My son
Before you
was
start
in
talking about
Milford, so
county,
it's
You ain't one of us. You're a county boy. Oh, my bad.
My son, no, I didn't, no, I'm good on that.
I'm about to put the studio audience out.
County
You
boy.
went to Milford. Sorry, my son
I
graduated.
tell you what. this is
Okay, thank you.
My son,
My son did too.
I seen
great kid.
shit I never seen before when I went.
In the county?
Yes.
Really?
That's something.
You said what?
No, real shit. Listen, no, real shit. I seen girls with their hair done.
Oh,
I never seen that before. I never seen it.
you did.
You know, I mean, I seen chicks with kitchen dudes and shit. You know, Keisha did their hair in the kitchen.
Wow.
I seen that. But I never seen
Wow.
a chick that went to the salon before. I never seen that.
And that Chris Bang rap.
I never seen that shit. That shit was crazy.
Had those finger waves
No,
on.
I seen niggas with cars.
Wow.
That's the county
car.
Yeah. No, that's the county.
It is. That is
Nobody with a car. You throw shots for real.
That shit was crazy. I never
Only
seen
car
that.
city
Listen,
has the one
this
that
is real shit.
they stole on lunchtime and
It was,
joyriding and came back
Yo,
to school.
One Monday, I come in. I asked this dude sitting next to me what he did this weekend. Yo had the illest answer I ever seen in my life. This nigga looked at me and said, I was in the city. What the fuck you talking about? He said, I'm in the city. I was in the city. The city down the street. What the fuck are you talking about? No, I was in the city. At my grandmother's house from Park Heights.
Okay.
I still-
1-5, baby. You know
I
that's what
still
the
say-
was. The 15.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You know, I'm still looking at him like, what the fuck does that mean? Nigga, that's what you did? You was just at your grandma's house? I mean, what are you telling me? Yo looked at me and like, you don't understand. No, nigga, you ain't say shit. The fuck me, I don't understand. You didn't say nothing.
That's because you was from Philly.
You was in the city, nigga. That shit's 6 blocks away.
It you know, but it's such a
different
large.
vibe.
Thank you. It's a different vibe. So you know,
But
I'm
then-
from Baltimore bred, right? But Baltimore for me was different. So young, I was in the city,
Okay.
right? Before my mother passed, all Drill Park Drive. I remember we used to go through the arches. When I was little, wasn't even supposed to be outside by ourselves. Me and my two brothers used to run through the arches, run across the street, go up the side hill at Drew Hill Park, run around the reservoir, and go sneak in the pool.
What high school you go to?
Don't be a hater, right? So ended up, you know, the hate is real in the audience. So after foster homes or whatever, and going to live with my aunt, she moved. She was living over near Beachfield, and of course, you know, in Baltimore is different. Like you aspire to move to like when you live in the city, you don't say, "I want to stay in the city for the rest of my life."
What high school you go to?
You went to. I'm about to put one of these audience members on. So she moved to the county, and for high school, I went to Woodlawn.
That's equivalent to Walbrook. Yes.
Right, I went to Woodlawn, baby Warriors, but I didn't graduate from Woodlawn because I got put out in 11th grade. I got expelled, and I ended up at Milford.
Oh my.
Which
That's
was-
for y'all.
Yes, which was funny, but you know high
Heard about
schools.
that, though, but all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
So the high
That's like
schools.
seriously, that was not in the top 5. Like,
Yeah, that's because you. Well, you a white transplant. You don't get to talk.
I would listen.
Import.
Baltimore is my home, so I'm gonna talk my shit.
Import. We about to X.
I am going to talk my shit.
I did go to school in Baltimore.
Well, here's this what I'm gonna say.
I'm Rutland and Biddle Made.
Oh yeah, that's like Baltimore.
That's East Baltimore.
Huh?
Heavy, honey.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Heavy.
That's heavy East.
Yeah, that's
Heavy.
Oh, you
So,
said
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
say this though. Y'all know high schools, no matter where it's at, Baltimore City County, there are always rivalries, right?
Mhm.
So Woodlawn and Milford are rivals. So I just tell you, my
Wow.
stuff started. Yes, to this day.
for what?
And they're rivals because Baltimore is the city county school. It's the county school that everybody who got put out of city school go to, right? So everybody that get put out of city schools end up going to Woodlawn. Like when you can't go to no more city schools, you end up in Woodlawn.
Oh, they send you to an
So you
alternative.
went from
Yeah, you don't want to go to that alternative. You
You
go
don't wanna
use one of your
go to
auntie address and go to Woodlawn.
so you went from
Right.
a 3-car garage to a 2-car.
I actually went from a
Wait a minute.
one-car garage
Well,
to
I
a
graduated
three-car
from
garage.
Owens Mills.
Owens Mills over here. Oh,
Mills?
Jesus.
What is
That's
that?
why Owens Mills is like a prep.
Milford look good right now.
Hey,
I
nothing.
graduated
Look,
from
Milford
Owens
sound
Mills.
good. And guess what's crazy?
I've never
Me
had a garage
and
in my
Nate-
life.
Never.
This
Owens
guy
Mills
right
High
here,
School.
I've never had a garage in my life.
this guy right here, we graduated the same year,
What year?
95.
Bye.
90, and guess what? I had no idea.
Y'all old days.
Nigga,
I had no idea until a fellow classmate started coming around. Then we even graduated together.
Wow.
I had no clue.
Baltimore's still small when it's city or county.
What they call it, Smaltimore, right? So
I'm still trying to figure out like how y'all rivals. Like what was y'all like beef, like lacrosse or something? Or?
No,
football,
No,
football.
they beat us with car.
I'm just asking the question because I ain't never played. All right, yeah, y'all would be.
Whose car was the biggest?
That's my question. Who's going?
Excuse me, audience. I mean, get control of your studio audience. I'm gonna tell you what. It was always a sports rivalry, but the
Lord,
big
man.
rivalry was because Milford was very bougie. It was the bougie county school. It was the school that they had the cars so all the guys used to come to Milford to try to get the Milford girls because the Milford girls was like Hasidic, or supposedly.
That's when Nick was.
Yeah, so, but I'll tell you what, outside of school, because we know we have some phenomenal schools in Baltimore. We got Baltimore City College. My son graduated from City Forever. You got Poly. You have Western. You have, what high school did you graduate from?
Las Vegas.
Oh, that's right. She's a transplant, an import as well. Yes, born and raised in Baltimore, moved and came back.
You want to live any?
He said she majored in gambling. So our studio audience, what high school?
Which one I graduated from?
Yes, graduate.
I went to Douglas.
Douglas. Oh, I can't imagine
Okay,
that.
all right. Hey, man.
Okay, I ain't mad at
Respect my guy.
that. Yeah, they ain't go to school. They too
I mean,
busy
true that.
driving.
No, true that. I mean, it wasn't really too much learning going over in
Nigga, a one-to-one,
You know, I feel you.
No, they wasn't doing nothing but jumping people walking around the backfield.
Listen.
You can't read it right.
Did you see that shit
Look,
on
and
HBO?
audience, if you're Baltimore
Please
Bred,
tell me you
put
see
your
this
high
shit.
school in the
Fight
comments.
down.
Leave me alone.
Listen, I got a bunch of my Vikings. I got a bunch of my Vikings right now. So yeah, put it up.
Okay.
Nigga, all you did was
Alright,
keep your parents
So
out of
let's
jail.
reel this back in. So we have Ralph. Ralph saying he graduated. He said St. Francis Academy versus everybody.
Hold up.
Oh my God.
Ralph, he graduated from St. Francis. What year, Ralph?
Oh no.
St. Francis make a lot of sports players, man.
It do. Them Mount St. Joe.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. We get a
Football and
lot of
basketball.
So we
great
come from
fans.
Milford. We come from Milford.
The hate is real, but we gonna move on from that because we gonna talk about Milford.
okay.
Right. So when
Firefighters.
you talk about being that's real. So when you talk about being Baltimore
Drink my drink, nigga.
bred, right? How was it growing up in Baltimore?
I ain't gonna lie, it was some of the funnest time.
Yes.
It was the funnest time.
Yep.
Like,
I agree.
what you know about running up and down blocks.
Patterson and
I mean, all the way up and all the way down.
Yes.
And then you
Gotta
got
stay and read
listen, one of my favorite
And Devin
things.
Bullock.
One of my favorite things is like always like
East.
you running up and down the street, and then one of your aunts, uncles, grandparents, somebody was like, "Hey, run to the store for me. Go to the corner store." For me.
You could go to the corner store and buy your grandmother cigarettes.
I will buy the.
Oh my God.
With the paper food stamps.
Oh my gosh! And
get the change.
And get the change.
And then go buy some penny cakes.
Oh, yes,
Oh yes.
And get your onion pickle.
I get my onion pickle
Get that Pepsi for your grandma.
and the almond smash.
Ooh.
Shit.
I'm gonna tell you, everybody who's outside of Baltimore thinks Baltimore is horrible. But that's because the media sells it there. But every place has a hood. Every place. Yeah, some of it is on the money. But I'm gonna tell you what, for the people who are here, we know it is a lot of it going on. But
But it's
man,
everywhere.
but we remember busting the fire hydrants, right? We remember doing your cheers, check it out. Check it out, doing bad. We remember being on a corner, 4-person tweedly leap. Okay?
The frozen cup lady at the corner.
We're talking about freeze tag. Yes, the frozen cup lady, freeze tag. Hide go get it. Okay. Anybody ever play hot butter beans? Oh, hot butter. Look, that's the only game.
Wait, Rel, do you not know what an almond smash is? Or you just
Oh
like...
my God.
Oh, he knows. Bro knows.
Oh,
Bro
okay.
posted it and had me thirsty for
Okay.
2 days.
All right.
Almond smash was everything.
What's the hey, my man Nate, what you feel?
shit, I forgot what my thought.
Let me tell you, we gonna keep Nate on track.
I'm coming back.
So let me say this. Like, what was I mean, it was everything when you was young. That whole idea of being in Baltimore back in that day, like where the community communed, right? The village existed.
Sure.
Like you could get your tail whooped from the neighbor 2 blocks over. Don't let you go embarrass me 2 blocks over. Your parents already knew before you even got back. And what was them words that scared you to death when you walked in the house? Don't let me tell your father. If your father was pregnant, you'd be like, ah! Or if your mother that was back when beatings was beatings.
For sure.
They was allowed, they were disciplined, they weren't abuse. Right? It was discipline, it wasn't abuse. And you really did learn back then, right? I mean,
that shit was abuse.
but you are, well, I was about to say you are who you are today because of it, but I want to retract that
That
from
shit kept
me.
me out of prison. But
So what
Right, so-
y'all been into the sit-out community? How y'all?
You
my
need to
bad.
get there, sir.
We gonna get that. We gonna get that.
Oh,
Taken.
man.
We got it.
Yes.
Oh, audience is hosting there.
Yeah, I know. That's the inadvertent 4th third he done made himself, right?
He's a 5th grade.
Because it's not like it's working. So I wasn't doing
Yeah.
it.
Look, it is. It's beautiful, isn't it? They have great energy. So, in this progression up, right? And y'all grew up. He over east. You over west.
It was the
We
medical.
don't
Completely
get along.
2 opposite sides. You smoke. He do. Like, how did y'all get to this?
Because East and West don't really get along.
I
For sure.
mean,
that's for real. That's a for sure right on.
I'm on that side all day, but you know.
So how did it come about? Because I mean, we know there were relationships before. So if we talk about the relationships before, like when y'all came to the meeting point, what space were y'all in relation to prior relationships and your willingness to go into relationships?
Wow, that's a good question.
That's a good one.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm talking about?
You
Well,
got smart.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
For
You see
me,
me?
I I was tired of the BS. I was really tired.
What do you mean by the BS?
The BS of dating, of like, remember you said you was a first date aficionado, first date professional? Yeah, that was kind of where I was, and I was tired of it. I was in the space of, like I wanted something more substantial. I wanted something that actually had some meaning behind it, and not a transactional relationship. That was my problem. That was the issue that I was running into. The relationships I was having prior to, they were kind of transactional. It was like, and I was like, all right. And I it was a time where I wasn't even really dating. I was just literally like collecting people. Like, all right, yeah, I'll have you in my circle for a little bit, and then go and watch business. But when I was before I met Dee, I want to say maybe like 6, maybe 7 months. I was doing a lot of work on myself, trying to like really understand this new level of where I'm going. And so I had to really understand. I was like, look, I want to date, and I want to date with a purpose.
Yes.
And to be honest, like Dee just kind of fell out of nowhere. Like I had a couple of our mutual friends on our shows. I had serious. I had a couple friends. We were mutual friends of. I had them on the show on Dayton University, and she tuned in because she was watching them. But then she became a fan of the show, so she watched through them more and more. And I peeked down the comments. I'm like, okay, all right, I see you. I was bold. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay. Well, when you're ready, you be bold.
Yeah, like I sent her a friend request, and we were Facebook and Instagram friends for a couple months. I asked her to help me out to critique the show, along with a few other people.
Did you?
I did.
You need some critique and help.
For sure. I mean,
yeah.
Right? He set you up. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't the setup.
Yes,
I
You was
just-
watching my page for months. You were leaving hot eyes and everything.
I didn't say that. For sure I would.
Okay.
For sure I would.
You might.
I don't do this shit.
So wait a minute, before you go further,
Go ahead.
up to that point, what was your vantage point? Like, cause how he saw it was different than what you saw there. So, what was your progression in relationship, and where were you at when you came to that point?
To be honest, I really was not looking for anybody. I was in a space of I've just had enough from a previous relationship. Okay. And I was just like, I'm good with raising my children and taking care of my dad. I might date here and there, have a little bit of fun, but I really don't want to entertain anybody. I've been married. I've tried it all. It don't seem to work out. Everybody got something to hide, or they want to pull from you and then leave you high and dry. So I was just like, I'm good where I am. Like, if you want to have fun, you want to date, we kick it. But then when I go home, that's it.
Oh, you got the package.
Right.
The package.
Yeah,
Okay.
the package. I was good in that. I was good in that space.
Good.
But it was just like he was different.
Okay.
The conversation was different. His intentions were different, and he wasn't being forceful. He was being a gentleman. So that kind of sparked something that I really had kind of like thought I was done with.
Okay.
So
That's what's
yeah.
up.
So that was
Toast up to this brother.
yeah.
Okay.
Toast up to this brother, baby brother.
Let me tell you how hard it is to change a woman's mind.
You tell it.
Okay.
It's racist. Let's toast up.
I know she gave you a run.
I made it work.
A run. I know she had them track shoes on, baby. And we do. That's the thing. You get to a point in relationship where you just don't want it. It's almost like a kid. I ain't doing it because I don't want to. I don't want to. And you get set in that way, right? And it's hard to get out of it. But before we get to that, I see everybody done got their first third going. They done made it through. Give me your feedback on your first third. Hell, I'm in the second third, about to go into the third. Okay.
Right now, it's just still smooth and a few woody notes, a splash of some spice, but other than that, it's still a smooth. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for the
kick that they roll with.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
This is a little bit of a creeper. I tell you what, it's so smooth, it almost creeps up on you. So how do you feel, like Nate the creeper?
I'm minding my business. I ain't do nothing to nobody. You said minding my business.
Look,
I'm gonna cut all of you.
How do y'all feel about it with the Traveler?
I feel like the Traveler it's comparable, to be honest. The Traveler is a little lighter than what the cigar is. And this is coming from me who I really don't smoke cigars like that. I'm like just getting to the point where I can do like a medium cigar.
And we just threw you in the fire.
Straight into the dang fire.
You supposed to be good tonight, baby.
Into the fire. Oh God.
I'll give it a deep end, let you swim, baby.
Man.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
So, I mean, I'm already used to it because she threw me in the deep end when we first met. When I was date 3.
Oh, I did do that.
She threw me deep into the water. She ain't tell me nothing. I didn't know too much about the cigar community. She was like, "You ain't eat." This was after I'm sitting the day trying to.
Oh, it ain't cute to throw off with a dirty.
It wasn't cute, Mike.
It was so cute because he was holding strong for me.
I know you was like, he about to blow.
It was so cute. He was sweating and everything.
Sweating. I was like, I'm giving one word answers because if I gave a sentence, it was over.
Oh my God.
It was over. Then afterwards, she was like, "Oh, I should have told you. You should have got something to eat." I was like, "What?"
After the fact.
After the fact.
You passed the test, baby.
Oh,
no. I had the biggest burger that night I've ever had in my whole life. But I think these two pair very, very well. It's an interesting thing. I have a really good palate when it comes to tasting things. So cigars, I don't know why, it eludes me a little bit. So when y'all talk about the notes, the woodiness, the all this other stuff, sometimes I'll just be like, "Oh, I taste the smoke."
You want to know why? Do you retrohale?
No.
That's why.
I refuse.
So you want to be one by? We got Nate on retrohale. You want to learn how to retrohale?
Absolutely not.
You have to. I'm gonna tell you what. If you're gonna smoke a cigar, you have to retrohale it at least once because the sensory, the senses in your nose. Yeah, but that's the great thing. If you have a sensitive nose, then if you're not, you're gonna be all right. That's all you gotta do is take a nice draw, close your mouth, let it roll to the back, and just blow out your nose. It'll come out. You don't have to blow it all out your nose, just a little bit, and then you can blow the rest out of your mouth. And then when you hit the cigar,
see, this is what I'm talking about.
Don't rely on me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't rely on me.
I ain't for that life.
But you might cough first.
Put your arms up.
Grab something.
We need you.
Somewhere in my pants back, okay?
Come on, try it one more time, please.
I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, but you know why? Because it's pepper on it. Mm-hmm. It's pepper on it. You can tap your ash, roll your ash off. The other tap and roll it off.
So they need.
Take all your ash off. That way, when you relight it, you get them.
I'm
gonna tell you what. For me, the Traveler is a little lighter. It's not as robust a cigar. I do want to retro. You do get the cocoa notes. Yes. You do get those woody notes. When you're talking about complex profile, you're going to get notes from this, but not as complex as some other cigars. Still a very good cigar, very smooth, I love that it's a smoky cigar, even in the Lancero, and I love a smoky cigar. Y'all done heard me say that a billion times. The drawer is nice. The construction is wonderful. And the fact that it's in a Culebra and you're getting no crack, no issues with the construction is beautiful. It's a nice, dark, oily cigar. And I love a nice Maduro. Understanding that Maduro doesn't mean strong. It just means darkly, but a nice Maduro wrap. And you do get a little sweetness from the Mexican San Andreas wrapper as well, too. So it's a very nice blend. I'm a Nicaraguan lover. I love a Nica Puro. This has a San Andreas wrapper, but I love that little bite because it does have pepper on it too, and you are getting that pepper. But to me, the pepper is not on the front of the palate. It's on the back of my palate. It's a little summer Nate eyes watering over here.
Well, that retro hair brings
They eyes watering. What you think, Nate?
Yeah, I'm not
It's
retro.
really, it's smooth. It's actually smoother than I expected it to be.
Okay.
It's smooth. I wasn't sure how the Travelers was going to pair with it, because by the Travelers being lighter. However, the cigar isn't overpowering the Travelers at all.
Correct.
It actually goes well with it. Even with the Travelers being a little sweeter of the bourbons, it pairs very well with it. It's like it's a good balance between the pepper and the sweetness of the Travelers.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what, Nate. One of our audience on Facebook said, Ralph said, Nate fell over like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz.
That's about right.
When you had all the retro, he fell over like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz.
That's about right.
I'm gonna replay this and I'm gonna laugh very hard at that. Ralph, even the second, third from home has us cackling. I'm telling you. You know, I'm gonna tell you what though. So y'all get to the point. You're not for it.
No, she wasn't.
You not for it. She ain't trying to hear nothing. I remember them that time because me and Edie talk often, and I was in a not for it role too. So how did you get her to be for it?
He tried it again.
That's
You
good.
not die. That's all I gotta say.
I'll tell y'all
Off the
what's
clock,
so
I
funny.
can't eat no IV, no CPR,
Look,
no
the
nothing.
firefighter about to set itself on fire. Firefighter about to set itself on fire.
I ain't fought a fire in years.
I'm gonna tell you what. So we're gonna allow one of our studio on this page. You don't want to come through, sir. So you're at the point where you're not for it. You are. So what do you feel like
The fuck is wrong with you?
that you did that made her change your mind, and what do you feel like he did that made him change your mind? Like from your different vantage points.
God damn, I can't see the glass.
Man, Jesus, what did I do that made her change her mind? I was consistent.
Boy, ain't that what women ask for? Consistency.
Yeah, I was consistent. Cause I mean, because it didn't take me long to know where she was, and I knew like the men before me failed her. You know what I'm saying? Like they left her hanging. And I knew that by me being more consistent, not trying to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like
Actually doing it.
like actually doing it. Yeah, actually doing it. I think that was one of the things that like made her change her mind about me. Because
let me
go ahead. Oh, no, you good.
let me ask you a question. Did she do something that made you want to be consistent, or it's just who you are?
Oh, that's a wonderful.
Wow. Okay, Nate.
Overstand men. Go ahead, stand men.
There's a hope for you.
I'm honestly both. What she did, she was just as consistent with me as I was with her.
Okay.
I mean, I never had to like question her intentions. I never had to question her motives. I never had to question how she moved. It was just that way. And I never had to be like, all right, you know, even though we were both single, she never gave me the vibe of like, you know, I got a whole bunch of niggas around, and you number 12. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's tough.
J. Cole said you got multiplied by 3. So I mean,
He said 3, he said
12.
They thought you one brother, because everybody I fuck with from the streets.
Okay, look.
For the streets.
listen, man.
Where they from?
They
The
on
streets.
Look, I'm gonna tell you.
Rose grows out of concrete. Sometimes.
I'm gonna tell you so it does. So Dee, for you.
He respected my boundaries.
Oh, that's wow.
And he was willing to maintain a friendship before anything else. So if I said, hey, I just want to talk, I want to hang, don't think you gonna get in my pants, he was cool with it. And then we built something special because I made you wait.
You pulled up in my house.
Understand me. Sure. And because you had that willingness to do it, and even when I might have been like my tomboyish ways or like what's good, you still was like, no, stay by your word and let's just walk this thing out.
Oh.
So when he said that to me, and I was like, oh, he a man's man. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to do this and see where it go. I still gave him a long way to go. Every now and then that trauma kick in, has hurts kick in there. But because of his willingness to just be a man and be true to his word and honor how I felt first, it made it okay.
Mm-hmm. Look, Lena said.
He said first.
What Lena said? Lena said he loved her right.
Yes, he did.
I like that.
Yes, Lena. Yes, he loved her.
What you doing?
Look, I mean, that is. So when y'all got together in relationship, was it seamless?
No.
Or was it difficult?
I wouldn't say it was difficult. We had to learn each other because we both had a prompt old hurt. We both had our set ways, and we had to go through it. Yeah, we had a little rough patch. And bring your ass back. I ain't go back to the street.
I'm outside.
What up?
So you said older.
Mm-hmm.
Older. Mm-hmm. How did you get over older? Because I ain't got over that shit yet.
You gotta want to.
There you go.
I don't want to.
Oh, well,
I'm going to get over it.
You gonna
harbor it. You gotta be able. First of all, it's you have to want to get out of it. The second thing is time. Mm-hmm. The third thing is growing from where you were. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be able to
growing.
Yeah. Like if you continuously do the same thing and get the same results.
Right.
That is insanity.
That's the definition of it.
That is the definition of
and
insanity.
y'all know they the same.
My therapist told me I need to get over shit, right?
Yeah. You can't harbor things.
However,
I'm so glad you got there.
However, I can't.
No, you
won't.
You don't want to.
Okay.
You won't.
No, hold up.
You won't.
Don't
say you can't.
I'm sorry. Hold up.
Come on, Date University. Come on.
It's kicking in.
Get up, Date University.
You have no idea the shit that I put up with.
Okay. Past tense.
That's a choice.
But you
Past
can't
tense.
carry that to the next people.
Here's my
You don't want no bullshit.
Here's my thing.
Let me tell y'all a quick story. Right?
Okay.
Actually, it's not a quick story.
Okay.
Make
quicken it. Put it on gas.
I'm going quick.
Podcast.
I'm quicking.
Bring it.
My wife had a house in Florida. I've never been to. Never seen this motherfucker. Don't know what the fuck got this badass house.
Your ex-wife.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
Oh no!
See,
we gonna retract
that
disclaimer.
the hurt. You still.
We can hear it.
Listen. So she fell behind the mortgage in this motherfucker.
Okay.
Worked the deal out with the mortgage company. The payment went from $600 to $1,300.
Yep.
But we kept the house. We still able to keep the house. This chick rented this house out for $700. All right. Now we here. I got all the bills here, plus the difference in Florida. I'm begging this chick to sell this house. Begging, please sell this motherfucker. I'm dying over here. Nigga, I fight fires. I don't know what you think I do. I fight fires. Nigga, that shit don't pay well. She won't sell. She out, we can use it for a vacation house. How are we gonna use it for a vacation house with somebody
else live there? Make that make sense.
This shit don't make sense.
Math ain't math. Not at
So
all.
yo, I come home one day, she tell me she's selling the house. And this is, this shit went on for years. She's selling the house. Cool. I'm ecstatic. I don't even ask her why she had a change of heart. I don't even give a fuck. Sell this motherfucker. So she decided to tell me why she was selling this house.
Okay.
So apparently she had a boyfriend down in Florida. All right.
That's tough, yeah.
Hold up. No, it was before me. Some nigga she was fucking with before me.
Okay.
All right. This nigga called her mother. Her mother said they needed to talk. So she gave him her phone number. He called her and convinced her to sell the house. So when I come home, she tell me she's selling the house. That I can't think of Nick Doug or some shit like that. Convinced her to sell the house. I ain't even give a fuck. I was cool with it. Cool.
But that is a marker right there.
Yeah, that's a.
I was cool as a Hindu cow. I did not give a fuck as long as you sellers did. They don't need beef.
There, the cows walk the streets.
Yeah, the cows are cool. Ain't nothing happening to a cow. So she sell the house, right? She profited $50,000.
What you
Came
get?
up.
What you get?
Ooh, to get better.
Yeah, that's my point.
She came up 50 bands on this house, right? Yo, we needed shit done in our house. My man is an investment banker. I rapped the young one, nigga. I got some cheese coming, nigga. I need, I'm trying to do something. He said, "What you trying to do?" I'm like, "Nigga, I need a check coming. I don't give a fuck how you make it work." He said, "What you trying to give?" I said, 20. He said, "No, I don't need 20. Give me 10. I'll make that shit bubble." That. So me and this chick had separate bank accounts. So she get the check and she put it in her bank account. So she said, "Yo, I gave my mother $5,000. I'm gonna give you $1,000, and after that's it. That's all I'm gonna give you is a stack. I got a stack.
A stack, but with y'all married.
But y'all married.
We married, but the money is in her bank account. It's not ours.
1,000.
Hers. 1,000 out of 50. One. She gave me $1,000.
Just check that.
Yeah.
So did she use something to fix the house?
No. So what they did, her and her mother went shopping every day until that money was gone.
Get out.
I'm in my squad car. I'm driving down the street. I had a white Range Rover at the time. I'm driving down the street. I see a truck that looked like mine. That is my shit. And I wasn't even smoking back then. I'm looking and I can't see through the back window. The back window was full of bags from them shopping. From floor to ceiling. Could not see in the back window. They spent that money until it was gone. They went shopping every day until that money was gone. And then, when the money was gone, when this chick spent 50 G's in about 4 months, she looked at me and said, "You spent all my money."
I'm sorry, what?
I didn't have access to it.
I wouldn't even entertain that.
Yeah.
So when you talk about damage,
yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
my shit is different.
But that's only one though.
No, that's
That's
one story.
That's
But
one.
you-
Then
Sometimes
sometimes
that's
you,
only one person. That you can't just blame everybody for that person.
No.
Yeah,
no,
but
but
I
if you
know a
got
little
stories,
more
if
of
you
the
got stories
story.
of multiple women who have
So what part did you play in this?
no shit.
What part? Did
You know,
play?
everybody plays a part.
Everybody plays a part.
No, actually, I did. I was a good, loyal husband. No, actually, I didn't.
And sometimes you are that, but
Actually, I
sometimes in being loyal and being supportive, you don't say what you need to say. Because sometimes you get tired of saying it and not being heard.
For sure.
So you shut down
For sure.
and you don't say it, and the part you play is
Go along
not
to get
saying.
along.
Yeah, go along to get along.
And that's playing a part.
You know, and that's the part
That's
you
what I'm saying.
end up playing.
My part was to have a good night.
So that's the
That
part.
was literally. I never looked forward. I never looked beyond coming home from work and having a good night.
So you checked out.
That was the biggest part of my day. Is what the fuck do I got to do to go in here and have a good evening? Because I'm not gonna have a good evening. It's never gonna be a good evening.
So it was already defeated before you even got there.
Get better.
Something was gonna happen.
You was defeated already before you
Yeah,
even
you
got
was
there.
checked out by
You
that.
was checked out.
Yeah.
So what attracted
and
you to her?
Yo, we ain't even gonna get into that.
that was tough.
Cause then,
That's a tough ass
Well,
question.
nothing wrong. She was bad.
That about. But did you ever get to know her before you?
You know, it was nuts. I actually knew her before.
I mean, did you know her? Or
No,
did you just see her?
no.
some
I
of
knew-
it is just
I knew her
growing. Your
before.
age, what age
Man,
were
I
you when
went
y'all
to
met?
school with us.
So y'all met in high school.
Mhm.
So at what age did this? And that's pretty young. And you know, you hate to say
I was 20.
you too young, but the truth is sometimes you too young to take on the responsibility and the accountability that comes with a union.
Yeah.
Because it's not the marriage, it's the covenant,
Mhm.
it's the union, it's all the things that putting another before yourself. Being one of my biggest things in relationship is consideration. Considering someone else in everything that you do. And at a young age, sometimes you just don't have the wherewithal or the mental and greater still, the emotional intelligence.
Because if I'd have known,
Yes, if I'd have known what I know now,
I would
then
have been okay getting married at 40. I would have been okay with it.
yeah.
I would
So what did you learn from this, Nate?
Don't get married.
That is for
I won't say don't
What
get
else did
married.
you
I
learn
would say
from
don't
this?
get
No,
married. Don't get married to the wrong person.
Right. And I don't want to just make it so broad about, you know, not marrying the, you know, just you got to find the right person. You have to find the right mate.
Ooh.
I
Sit back on that one.
You got to find the right
I
mate.
told you I killed Nancy Nate buried in the field in Kansas.
That's fine
Yeah.
and dandy. That's fine and dandy. But you still have Nasty Nate's memories.
No.
You
Yes,
still got
yes,
nasty.
you
You
do.
still have Nasty Nate's tendencies. Because if you wanted something different, you would do something different.
Nancy Nate didn't come till after I was married.
Yeah, but as a result
As a
of the
result.
trauma,
Yes.
it's a trauma response.
Yes.
It was a result of that shit.
Yeah, it's a trauma response.
And that nigga was fun as hell. That nigga
I'm
was
sure
It's
vicious.
just making moves
You
to
see.
deviate from dealing with stuff.
I know.
So it can seem like fun.
Yeah, and it's really just a coping mechanism.
It's a coping mechanism.
I get it.
Exactly.
It was fun.
It's for coping. So my thing is, you've been married, Nate. What age did you get married, Nate?
Shit. I think I was 28.
28. But how, y'all have been together prior to?
Yeah, I think I was 28 when we got
So what age did you meet her?
What?
16.
Yeah, we were in high school.
Listen, you
So
were
I'm
three
changed
different
several
people. Three
Yeah.
different people.
Right.
You were a teenage Nate. You were just her turning 21 Nate, and then you were just getting to adult Nate. That was three different people of you, three different people of your ex-wife. So,
No, she was one motherfucker.
but no, him and what I'm saying.
It sounds like Tennessee.
Him and what I'm saying.
Yeah, she was one nigga.
Right. So,
Nigga,
but the mindset changes.
I fucked up.
No, we
So
as
you changed?
No, hold up. We as humans, we change every 5 to 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely had changed. She changed, but y'all didn't grow together. I've been in that situation. I had a girlfriend. We were together from 17 to 22, and yeah, by that time, I was like, I don't know who this person is.
See, I would agree with you generally. I would agree with that. I think in my case, the problem is that she never changed. She was always her.
So you accepted it.
The problem was me.
You accepted the bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not, listen.
You walked into it.
I am not going to blame that on no one else but me, nigga. I'm not a victim.
I say you are.
Okay.
I'm not a victim.
Right.
But a lot of people can't say that, honestly.
No one did that shit but me. I'm the problem. I am the problem. I was the problem. It is me. It was me.
So now you gotta change it.
That's if you want to.
If you want to.
If you want to.
But do you still want
And
to?
if
still
you
wanna
want
play?
to listen, you want to play, and
You
you
wanna
want to
play?
be single, there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong with that. No one said you had to get married. No one said you had to be in a relationship.
Because it's okay
I just choose not to
not
do that
want
shit.
any of that. You gotta, everybody's path is different. Some people are good with being single. They're fine with that. What age did you get married?
I was in my 30s, early 30s. Yeah, early 30s.
And this is your first marriage.
Yes.
And I was married when I was in the military. I don't know what year I got married, but I know I only stayed married for like 3 years, and that was over. And it really was over. It was really over before then. I mean, now y'all can say y'all are married. Okay. Did you feel like the proposal was coming?
Uh-oh.
Gangster.
That's tough.
I mean, I felt like something was there, but it was like, because we talked, there was conversations about marriage and, becoming a family and, but I was just like, when you feel like the time is right, I never rushed him into wanting to get married. But I also knew that I wasn't going to play house.
Okay.
So it was like, when you feel the time is right, you do what you do. Now my kids was trying to give me hints, but it was just like my daughter was like, get your nails done. My son would call, but my son was he lives in Texas, so he was just like, y'all good up there? How Charles doing? And there was always those underlining things, but I was just like, I'm enjoying this man, so we'll just see where it goes.
That's wonderful.
That's
So kids,
that's real.
See where this goes.
She knew where it was going. She did. Because you came with your intentions.
We have a question.
We have a question in the audience.
Did your kids play a major role
That was what I was
or
going to
part in you accepting him?
Yes, because I was still on the fence about relationships or just being married. He was just Charles, or we was just hanging out, or we was just dating or spending time together. And my son was like, Mom, I like this one.
That's what it is.
I ain't worried about nobody else. We don't like nobody else. That other don't even entertain this nigga no more. This is him. I get it. I get how you feel, but I like him. Now my daughter, she's the bulldog. So when I started seeing them build their personal relationships, he didn't try to like, I'm gonna get at your kids to get at them out. He was just like, I need to understand each person in your life. So my daughter would sit and have conversations with him or ask for him, or if he was on the phone and she would, hey Charles, and she would, tell him, she would tell him about her day and ask advice. When I started to see that, I was like, yeah, I might want to go ahead and see where this thing going, because the kids really feeling them, and I don't want, as my son would say, Dennis, don't fumble the bag. Go ahead and see where it goes. So yeah, they were a kick about it. And my father, my father don't like nobody. He would accept them for me, but my father adores him. So at that point, I was like, this is it. This is him.
And I'm gonna give you another side to your question. When I was making the decision to propose to her, I talked to my dad, because he came into a situation with my mom, and when I say my dad, I mean my stepdad. He came into a situation where the woman that he wanted to be with had adult children. So I had to ask him, what made you marry her? Like, and it was, of course he gave me the, like, I love your mother, I respect her, all that other stuff. But he said the major thing was how y'all turned out. He was like, because y'all were two exceptional children, y'all not out here ratchet, you're not crazy, you're not on drugs, you're not, just gang banging and all that other stuff. He was like, that right there gave me the go ahead. And I had to think about that. I was just like, so that made me really look at her children, how they were raised. And I was just like, all right, cool. They're good kids. They got good heads on their shoulders. Mama's on. I was like, all right, I can get down with this.
Oh, that is wonderful. So let me ask a question that's on the flip side. Because y'all both family of the lead, and usually you see a lot of women come into the community by way of the man. So how was it for you coming into the cigar community by way of the woman?
All right. So I had to check my ego. I had to check my ego because I already knew, one, that this is a male-dominated community, right? And I knew that Didi was one of the fellas, but I also know men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched every single man. Anytime I was in the cigar lounge, I watched every single man who she spoke to, who she had, like, some camaraderie with. And I was just like, all right, he thinks of her as sis. He thinks of her as sis. He want to fuck her. He thinks of her as sis. And I was just like, okay, all right. So I had to check my own ego, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to just come into her world in the middle of her chapter and tell her, no, you can't do this shit no more because I'm insecure and I don't like you hanging around with my things. I couldn't in good consciousness do that because I wouldn't want her to come to me and tell me like, well, you can't hang around your female friends no more, who I have quite a few and who I cherish. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't in good consciousness, do that. So I had to check myself and I had to grow. I thought I was grown. And that's the thing. Like, you never know when you're grown because if you feel like if you feel like you're grown, you already missed the boat because you never stop growing. So I had to grow from that part. So I had to accept for where she was in this community. And what's my line? I'm a permanent visitor. I'm a permanent visitor because no, I don't smoke every day. No, I don't know all the ins and outs of the community. So yeah, I come through. I give love. I show love. Then the love comes back. And y'all have been so like accommodating to me, and I'll just be like, well, okay, all right, I'm rocking out. So,
we had some good times.
We had some damn good times at prom.
Look, I got a video of him on his feet dancing. He rocking out with prom. We had some good times. But I'm gonna tell you something I noticed. No matter where, because Didi she's in a community, so she does know quite a few people. She is loved when she walks in. Everybody, Didi. Yeah, she always comes for the cigars as soon as I post them. you know, so she can go in there and brag to everybody that she got him first. But, you know, and then when you be calling, when she in there, she like, huh? I ain't getting none, I'm just getting 2.
Lie.
She lied, she got a whole bag.
Whole bag.
Of stuff. But we have watched, you know, this develop. And for me, because of my interaction with Dee Dee, just watched her go from in this space to where, okay, previous relationship, I'm not trying to hear it. I'm just staying in my bag. I'm healing. I'm growing, to this smile just becoming a constant thing. And you can see her energy just shift. So when you proposed, it wasn't shocking to us. You know, everybody was like, you know.
Because I swear to God, I felt like I showed the ring to like 10,000 people before I even.
Like, is this okay? Is this okay? But it was just, and I'm gonna tell you what, you are a beautiful bride. You are a beautiful bride. But what was the thing for me when seeing the pictures was the smile, like this look.
And we came to see you.
Yes, you did. It was so nice. After when it was like, it was a party, we had to come, we got shopping. But the way you look at her, even in the picture that I used, I chose that picture because the way you are looking at her is very reminiscent of scripture, right? And, you know, we don't get into, you know, religion, and we don't get into politics. But that a man who findeth a wife, findeth a good thing, the way you look at her is like she is, y'all are united, like y'all are one body. It is so wonderful to see.
Thank you.
It's refreshing in this day.
Yes, and it's genuine when you see, like, just even watching y'all interact here is like, y'all aren't just married, y'all are friends.
Yes.
For sure. That's my best friend.
Man, and isn't that something we look for?
That's my best friend.
Besides you, Nate.
Besides.
Nate over here blinking all like,
That's your best friend.
I'm gonna tell y'all, Nate gonna come to a point where and I'm gonna tell you, everybody reach that point where you meet a person that you didn't expect, and they change your outlook.
That's that, and that's basically us. Because you know, it's so funny.
It's true.
We have inadvertently been around each other since our childhood and never really met.
Really?
We share a lot of the same circles of friends. I've been to her church because my aunt, God rest her soul, was a member of her church.
Wow.
We've been to the same parties. We've been to the same concerts. We got same circle of friends, and we just never crossed paths.
Timing is everything.
Yes,
And we were supposed to at a friend of ours' wedding, but I got bumped from the list. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
We love you, Anthony.
I'm getting my restitution. You know what I'm saying? But no. But to be honest, but you know, she was not in a good space to be meeting someone, and we often talk about it. Like, if we would have met, this would have been a one and done kind of thing. Like, like just where we were in those different spaces, like we weren't ready. And then how we, you know, when we connected and we started talking about like how many people we have in common, to the point we almost thought we was related. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, like hold on. All right.
Check that family tree.
We had to check that shit. Oh, y'all look alike. Hold on. Stop. Don't do that. So yeah, I mean, like you said, God's timing has been one of our waypoints for our relationship, because without it, this would not have happened.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's that thought of, you can be single and you can be accessible, but you have to be available and capable, and mentally, emotionally, and spiritually capable to receive what is meant for you.
Yeah,
right. I know.
That's so good.
That's real though.
But I'm gonna tell you, but when you get it, and I think we all had that feeling, that inkling of a feeling, even if it didn't pan out. I'm gonna tell you, I love because that genuine feeling, even if it may not last, it is nothing comparable Nothing, bro. You be floating, everything good. Hey, you know, you love your job now. You're going to work. Hey,
Get this check.
You look, you're cooking. You shoot what you want to eat. You're up doing breakfast. You're doing all that because that person gives you energy because that pouring back and forth and then when one is down, that filling up of that cup is something that is so major and rare. And you can really see it on both of y'all. That is such a wonderful thing. I'm telling you.
One of my favorite couples.
Yes.
I know. They are a beautiful, beautiful couple. Yes. And I'm going to tell you.
How much?
You do more ill shit.
Like, I'm outside.
What the fuck?
Well, we are coming to the end of our podcast. I'm going to tell you, we can
like
do
it.
this.
I think our union is beautiful. I love the way y'all vibe, and I love when both of y'all are around. You know,
And you miss the other one when you don't see the other one.
Because listen, I'll be a Crown Baby. They be like, where is Charles? And I'll be like,
That's
oh,
me.
he home. I'm sorry I came without him, but I'm here.
I be trying to make it, y'all.
I love me, people.
I be trying to make it, but there be some days I'm like, I don't feel being around no smoke. I'm okay. I'm crawling this bottle on the
Look.
Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
What?
You don't feel like being around smoke?
Sometimes, yeah. I told you, I'm a
Look, you like, I
permanent
ain't
visitor.
changing it. I ain't changing it.
I'm a permanent visitor.
But we love to have you visit, and you always come with great energy. So it's funny, we started off with Baltimore Bred, and even though Baltimore has this stigma behind it, like you said, a rose can grow from the concrete.
Absolutely.
And even though we all have a level of trauma, growing up in an urban area breeds trauma from so many angles, even if you are not the one directly involved, inadvertently by your relationships, you get some of that trauma. But even through, and I heard it so clear, even through your own individual traumas, that rose still grew, you still became a union, and that is just wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that is
Gives me
wonderful.
hope.
Yes.
So we are coming to the end of our podcast. We could do this all night.
Oh my God,
I want y'all to make sure y'all support Charles and his podcast. Give us your socials again.
You can find us on Dating University on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast from. You can also follow the Husbands Lounge podcast. That's on all the socials as well. We just dropped our latest episode to this morning. Fantastic episode. Please go back and check that out. You can follow me on my brand page, Professor Charles _DU. I try to post. I really do, but you
It's
know,
hard, ain't it?
it's hard. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah.
And Dee Dee, what are you doing next? That's what I want to know from Dee Dee. We talking about our phlebotomist, you know what I'm saying? Our IV tech. Like, what is in your future?
Right now I am just enjoying being a wife, and I'm actually getting back into cycling and powerlifting, but cigars are my favorite. So if you do want to follow me, I am Sister of the Leaf and pipes. Excuse me, mother got me doing pipes now. Thank you very much. But if you want to follow me, I am Sister of the Leaf _ so it's SOTL _ Lady D on Instagram.
Yes, yes. I love it. I love it. We did El Pulpo today. We did the Traveler today. What's y'all final notes on your cigar, your drink? I know somebody stole the bottle.
Yeah, the bottle.
They do the bottle travel.
Like the bottle travel. Like I was ready for another pour.
Yeah, the bottle travel. Right?
Can you hit it again?
Yeah. So what's y'all final thoughts on the cigar? This is a full for you. So this was well above your weight.
Get well above my weight class.
How you feel about it?
Not bad. I'm not lightheaded. I'm feeling good.
Okay. It's smooth. It's like a creeper, right?
It was really smooth. It didn't have that acrid, harshness that I would normally get from a full body. when I would try some of hers. But yeah, this was cool, man. I like it. I could do this one again.
Okay, you got one.
All right.
I love it. And the Traveler. Would you drink it again? The Traveler.
For sure, I'm definitely gonna go find me a bottle.
Okay.
It's definitely a daily drink.
Yeah, it's very smooth and light enough to not put you down, but get you in the hot. I feel like that too. They can hear that. Ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, how you feel about it?
Still a very smooth. I didn't get that headbanger that I was looking for, but
I did.
you got it? You got your headbanger? Okay, so for me it's smooth, but that's maybe because my palate has grown. I can handle some heavy sticks, but don't do that. With the retro hair, I did get the cocoa flavor, and the spice still hits in the back. The Traveler was cool with it, but I would really like to try this with some coffee.
And you know what? That me and Raul talked about that. A nice Brazilian roast on top of that Brazilian San Andre. Oh my goodness! That and we got our coffee connoisseur. What would you recommend in the way of coffee with this?
Ethiopia.
Oh, gosh!
Or a holiday blend.
Yes.
Oh yes. Okay. I love it. We're gonna do a whole coffee series. We're gonna bring you back. DD. So we're gonna do a whole series. And matter of fact, we're gonna do it with pipes. A whole coffee series. So look forward to seeing DD again. And we definitely gonna have to bring Mr. Dayton University back when we go out on the road. Nate, what say it? You bought the bottle. Where did you get the bottle from?
We got it from North Charles Fine Wine and Spirits.
How much was the bottle?
$32, I think. It was under $40.
Okay, that's not bad. Made from Buffalo Trace
Came from Buffalo
Distillery.
Trace Distillery, 90 proof. It was a little light. Very sweet notes though, a lot of vanilla in it. However, the cigar didn't overpower it, and the cigar was very peppery. The cigar was powerful. It was powerful, but it was not overwhelming. So it didn't overwhelm the spirits.
Like your woman.
Yeah.
God damn.
I said, like your woman, overpower. We ain't gonna go there. So we gonna say Baltimore Bred. Baltimore Bred.
So these motherfuckers can't come in.
Baltimore Bred. Baltimore raised.
Baltimore Bred. Them Baltimore raised them. Baltimore brought them to this relationship. We love it. Great things come out of Baltimore. So we want to thank y'all for coming out. Do not forget, like and subscribe to 3/3 on YouTube. That is at the 3 RDS. Follow us on IG under the same, and Facebook. We do this every Thursday, 7:30. If you would like to come on, hit us on our Gmail. You can email us. And we are still waiting for some letters so we can do the advice from the perfect gentleman, Nasty Nate. If you have want some advice from him, then go ahead and email us.
No.
Email us.
Exactly what I think.
No.
At your own risk, people.
Yes. Hey, at your own risk. But do
I give you the best advice.
Yes,
I tell you
and
exactly what I think.
it's gonna be wonderful.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you what, and last but not least, we do have merch that's out. We have 3/3 hoodies, we have 3/3 tee, and we're gonna be posting. We have a shirt that has a DJ on it, and it says one of our first. It says cigars, spirits, and a dope beat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So we are gonna make sure that y'all get t-shirt or hoodie, whatever y'all prefer. We want to thank y'all for coming out, and last but not least, we are going to start doing 3/3 pop-ups via Nate, right? Came up with the idea, the weather is breaking. You know, sometimes people money funny, but you do have cigars at home. Why not come out and enjoy this wonderful weather in some different areas around the city that you did not know existed? So this Sunday, our first pop-up, we're going to do from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's supposed to be like 81 degrees on Sunday. It's going to be wonderful. and we are going to do it where, Nate?
Y'all know I drink. I don't know where the pop-up's gonna be, so y'all just gotta stick to the podcast.
Whatever.
Where they're gonna be at.
Nate came up with a place, and it's going to be at the Under Armour Pier.
Oh,
Nice.
So behind, and Nate turned me on to this yesterday.
I love it.
Yes.
No single women. No single women.
So the Under Armour Pier, BYO, everything. We are going to bring a speaker. We will have the music. Come out and smoke with us. The 3/3, 4 to 8 p.m. We will be putting up a flyer on the Under Armour Pier. Go around the back of the building. They have a beautiful pier that sits right on the water.
No
It
single
is
women.
wonderful. It's going to be 81 degrees. Come enjoy the weather with us and tune in next week, 7:30, YouTube, the 3/3 on our page. Thank you again, Charles and Dee Dee.
Boom.
We enjoy having y'all. We hope to have y'all back again soon. And we're going to take this out on our Baltimore Bred,
No single women.
Bankrolls, the remix. Support, because this brother is not only an artist, he
This
produces
nigga can't
and he writes. And you know, we want to thank our production team and our live studio audience for always supporting.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Tune in next week, and we hope to see you on Sunday, 4 to 8 on the Under Armour Pier.
Let's go.
No single women for Nate.
Yes. Come on, ma'am. Let's take us out. Look, she's saying, hold up for a second.
She had too much drink.
Baby, she done had too much
She
travel.
done traveled.
She done traveled.
DJ is drunk.
Yes, we able. The DJ drunk.
What are we doing?
The producer and the record company.
Well, we're going to tell you, we may not be going out.
That
We going out on the
travel is.
mail.
Here we go.
Here we go, right here.
Okay, Nate, give me something.
Come on, Nate, give us some
Give me
two
something, Nate.
Uncle Jimmy around the corner on the avenue. I'm from the east side, you know, kind of shit I'm on. But I be everywhere, I so just what alone. I know some niggas down there really got it for the live in Bred City, nigga, you already know. And I don't go nowhere unless a nigga strap. If you fuck a Morgan, bitch, you better strap. Talking shit to get you in the next crack. We with the shit you do, see. My nigga bitch, so people wanna raise a big street. My nigga died, he ain't make it to see 23. I got a bitch that work up numbers and that pussy wet.